Hey, good morning, traders, or afternoon, as the case may be. This is Lauren from FuturesTradingCompany.net, and this is a recap of our trades for December 22nd, 2011. And very typical pre-market trading today. We came into the morning right before the open with a total price range of 106 points in the Globex session. So a very narrow range, and we were not expecting really an expansion of that range. Today we were expecting to basically be trading for very close price targets, trying to get into entries with close stops, and that was our plan. Our first trade of the morning, and when I say close targets, on days like this where we're trading in a very narrow range, and the average true range on the 3-minute chart, 3-minute time frame, was very, very low. We were down around 9 to 10 points right before the open. We are looking to take profits on two contracts. Our first profit objective being 7 points, our second profit objective being 11, and not looking for any runners whatsoever on days like this. Our first trade of the morning was 639, and let me just briefly talk about the setup for that trade. It was just absolutely textbook. This was just pre-market open around 5:57 a.m. Pacific time. This was the market open 6:30. We'd had a run up in price. Then right after the open, the price came back down and tested this support level at 12,047, touched it to the tick, and then you can see price moved back up off of that support level. Market was up at that point, and 2 out of 3 of our indicators were up. We were above the daily pivot. So I was looking to take a long entry here with price above the 89 EMA, and with the Hall moving average above the 89 EMA. And we had just a perfect setup for that. Price put in a little pivot here at 12,069, then had a 4-bar back off from that. Price turned back around, and here we had, so I'd put in an order to buy the breakout here at 12,070, and giving me even more confidence that the trade was going to be a good one. We had the entry trigger here fire off on this bar. The high of that bar was also 12,069. So we had not only the breakout of the prior little pivot, we had a breakout of the long entry bar here on my trigger. And we hit both of our profit objectives, which was 12,077 and 12,081. Price reached a high of 12,088, then rolled back over, came back down here, and tagged the exponential moving average. I did not take either one of these trade entries after the tag of the 89. This would have been at 12,086, and you would have reached your first profit objective of 093, and then been stopped out at break even. And on this one, 12,089, you would have hit your 12,096. Whether or not you would have gotten filled or not is another matter. But after you had tagged the 12096, you would have brought your stop to break even. So in any case, you either got a first profit objective on this trade, or you would have been out break even on that trade had you decided to take the trade because of the entry signal firing off there on that bar. The next trade that we did take was at 716, and let me scroll over and show you that one. Again, a very nice setup. Basically had put in another double bottom here. This is a bottoming formation. After a nice retrace of the Hall moving average, then the Hall turned back up, heading up. We had put in a pivot here at 12078, and then a little bit of a pullback, and that was another nice entry for us at 12079. You could have gotten in there a little early had you decided to take it above the trigger entry bar there. High of that bar was 12077. So you could have gotten in one tick earlier, but we were happy with the 12079. And we were very fortunate, and by fortunate, it was part of our plan. As soon as I knew that we were going to take this entry at 12079, and I know my first profit objective was 12086, immediately I put my sell order in to exit the trade if I get filled, so that I'm in the queue, and that's a very important concept. The sooner that you are in the queue where you want to get out at your target, the sooner you will get filled once price hits that target. And that's exactly what happened. Price came right up to 12086 and we were filled. At least I was filled at 12086. In any case, if you do get that fill or hit the profit objective and you don't get a fill, you move your stop to break even. So had you not gotten a fill on that, had you been in that trade at 12079, you certainly would have been at least break even on that trade. And it hit the 086 and then turned right around, came back down. I want to show you this area here and why this is not a long entry for us. This is not enough of a retracement in the Hall moving average to qualify for an entry per our trading rules. We want, had this rolled over and the Hall moving average come down toward this 89 and a nice kind of a smooth trajectory and then turn back up and getting an entry trigger, I certainly would have taken that as a long. But when we're meandering back and forth between blue, red, and very few bars here, not interested in taking those kind of trigger entries, and so we passed on that one. Our third trade of the day, let me just scroll over here. And before I go over this trade and why I took it down here, just to let you know, we still have 4 spots open in our 1 month room access for January. The special I was running, or my offer was for the first 10 people to sign up would be allowed 1 free month of access to our trading room starting January 3rd, so the month of January. And we now have 6 people in our room signed up, so there's still 4 spots open. Just sign in to our guest book with your email address. Let us know that you are interested in taking advantage of that offer, and we will send you the ebook, Trading to Win, Refusing to Lose, that I wrote, and also the Trading Room Guide, which talks about our trade charts, setup, and how we enter trades. So Hope to see you in our room. Again, visit our website, futurestradingcompany.net, and sign into the guest book, and I'll add you to that list of room members. This is our third and last trade of the morning, and here's what happened. You can see we had a nice little downdraft here in a hall, a little bit of a retracement. Had we been in a trend type of day, I would have taken this short. But we were still in what I consider, it was still narrow range, and more Keltner trading. In other words, I'm waiting for price to get to close to an upper or lower Keltner channel band on a 3-minute chart before instituting a trade. And while this area looks like it might have been, it really was only about a little bit above mid-Keltner at this level. So I wasn't looking for a short. But on a trend day, this would be a perfect setup. Price breaking down below the 89 EMA, a retracement, and then a short trigger firing. And that would have been a nice winning trade. But here we got down to a low of 12.053. That was really tagging my 3-minute lower Keltner channel band. Price moved up off of it, put in a little pivot, then moved back down. This is again another ABC or 1, 2, 3 price pattern that we're always looking for. And so I was taking a breakout of that pivot at 12.064. That happened on this bar, and the very next bar we did have the long trigger fire off. Had you waited for that to enter the trade, you would have been in that trade at 12.068. And as you see, we got to a high of 12.079 here. So by entering where we did at 12.064, we got first and second targets. Again, 7 and 11 points before exiting the trade. Had you waited until the entry signal to fire off above that bar, you would have gotten first target, and then you would have been stopped out at break even on your second contract. Those were the trades of the day. Very typical pre-market trading, not a lot of movement in the market, a lot of price chop, and so have a wonderful, wonderful day. Not sure that we'll be taking any trades tomorrow because of the day before the Christmas Eve. Would not expect much price movement at all. In fact, maybe even less than we're getting today. So probably no trading tomorrow. We'll be back in next week after the Christmas holiday. Trading starts again next Tuesday. Monday is a holiday. And looking forward to the room opening January 3rd. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks again for watching.